right, BobbethTV is live. You know what that means. Another episode coming your way Sunday night. So we're here for the 420 Oz Sim Racing's Gen 3 V8 Supercars. We're here in Italy. Very international travel. There's little Hayden in the chat. We're in Italy tonight for and I'm not going to try and pronounce my Italian is not great. So we're going to call this one the International Raceway of Mugello. It is currently qualifying conditions out there at the moment. 1 out lap, 2 hot laps to get your times in on the board. Let's get down and see if the leaderboard is close to lighting up. Not yet. That on our screens right there is the 17 of Rob Chandler in the Shell Helix Ultra Machine. Oh, actually, while we're qualifying, so we've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 drivers registered tonight. We are short 2 drivers. We do see Hayden in the chat. 104 Motorsports did put out a brief team statement. I'm just bringing that up so I can read that one out for you. So 104 Motorsports. So due to unforeseen circumstances, both Hayden and Jackson will be sitting out the next 2 rounds and unfortunately won't be competing. Now, it's a tough call for the team, but ultimately the right one given the situation. While it's disappointing to miss any racing, we know the boys will come back stronger. They'll be returning for the rest of the season, recharged, refocused, and ready to fight for the results in the 104 Motorsports colours. We're incredibly grateful for the support from our fans, and we'll be right here backing our drivers every step of the way. Season isn't over. A big thank you to our amazing sponsors for their continued support throughout the highs and lows. And we're proud to have you with us on this journey. See you back on the track soon. 104 Motorsports, Hayden and Jackson. It's never. I'm a bit selfish. I like to see guys on the screen. I like to see you guys racing out there. I know that you both put on some awesome racing. But I do know that sometimes life gets in the way. So making the important decision to just step away for those 2 races, but coming in with the knowledge that that's happening, obviously they can reshape their the next few races afterwards to try and make up for any lost time. All right, Stephen Varga has locked in our first quick time, 1:54.724. Sam Tucker, 1:56.291 and 1:58.436 for Wayne Rogers. As we'll start to see some time sort of come on to the board. The average time seems to be about minute 50, I think a minute 52. Let's have a look. I did calculate that. Yeah, so average lap time about 1:48 to 1:52, depending on the fuel and fuel usage and tyre wear, things like that. Now let's go over the International Raceway of Mugello. Now, it is a 5.2 kilometre track. It has 15 turns. Its longest straightaway is 1.141 kilometres. And we can see that one there. Actually, Juha Sarila is just heading up it now. Let's jump over to him. Actually, he's just finishing on it. Where's the 88? Is it the 88? No, it's the 40. He's gone into that's there. The pits is there as well. So that is the start finish line straight away. 1.14 kilometers long. Now, as I said, we're in Tuscany in Italy. This is the track's owned by Ferrari, by Scuderia Ferrari since 1988. Does host a number of different iRacing series here throughout the official seasons. The Formula IR04s, the IndyCar Delaras, the Mercedes AMG GT4s, Toyota GR86s, the Porsche 911s, and the Super Formula Lights as well. All right, Stephen Vargas still holding that 1:05.4. There's a lot of other times starting to come in. Anthony Haig, Jacob Smith, Juha Sarila, Wayne Rogers, and Ben Mead. Now, some of the strengths of the Gen 3 V8 supercars here at Mugello, now because of the long straightaways, there are a couple of decent little straightaways, but that really long 1.14 kilometre straightaway, they'll play to the V8 supercars' massive horsepower. That'll make it one of the fastest sort of sections of the track, just in terms of straight line speed. Now, it does have some downhill sweeper corners. that do suit the car's stable high-speed balance, and the braking zones such as into San Donato in turn 1 allow for late braking battles, which is a V8 car staple. Now the challenges will be the technical S-curves that can expose the Gen 3's weight and slower directional changes. The low grip in slow corners like Borgo San Lorenzo make traction out of exits tricky, especially as tyre wear builds. And the elevation changes mean that managing throttle over crests like the rise before, oh man, I was almost going to say that, the Arrabbiata 2 is crucial. So I've just got some notes. There's Jackson Sufong in the chat, part of 104 Motorsports. Welcome in, Jackson. Yeah, good to see you. Be able to see the competitors, see what they get up to a bit. This will more on this side, but we'll actually get them. Let's get some cars on the track. So with the driving tips for a lot of these drivers, the idea would be to use firm but controlled braking into turn 1 and those other heavy zones. Now locking the rear is common if the brake bias is too far back. Now suspension with suspension, a slightly softer rear can help get power down on Mugello's many mid-speed exits. Throttle control is essential for keeping traction in the slow to medium corners, especially in the final sector. There's, as you can see on the track map there, the most southern sort of part of the track, big hairpin on the most western side, a few S turns and then a massive hairpin to come down that straightaway. That is where a lot of that throttle control is going to be needed. Now tyres, the tyre factor, Mugello will punish the rears if you're aggressive, so smooth inputs extend grip across the stint. So if you're looking at how to save tyres, it's going to be don't punish it on output. Try and just, on input, just smooth input will extend your grip. So expect 148s to 152s depending on fuel, tyres and setup. But what have we got? 154s to 158s, 201s here. Now I feel like this is, it's going to be 2 30-minute rounds, so which will make up the full 1 hour feature. So with 35% fuel, I reckon it'll be around the 19-minute mark that the pitting will be needed to be done, depending on how well they stretch out that fuel usage. But not before 18 minutes, and anything after 21, 22, you risk running out. All right, 1:54.724 has remained our quick time here tonight. Nathan Taps got himself up into that second quickest spot with a 1:55.868. The 1:56.291 of Sam Tucker is third quickest. Ivan Falcone, 1:56.678 jumps himself up into fourth. Rob Chandler finished up with a 1:56.737 in fifth quickest. Anthony Haig, sixth quickest with a 1:57.478. So we see some of those cars starting to head on into the pits. Once they've done their one out lap, one full lap, they get 2 laps in that time to get those times in. Juha Sorella, 7th quickest with a 1:57.579, 1:57.582. Only 3 thousandths of a second slower. Jacob Smith in 8th, 1:58.218 for Ben Mead in 9th. Wayne Rogers with a 1:58.436 in 10th quickest. 11th quickest, Wade Georgeson with a 1:58.586. Excuse me, time to get the hiccups there. And then 201,987 for David Jansen in 12th quickest. We do have Matteo Minelli. He's out there on the track. Let's get him on the screens. The Italian job machine. His home track here tonight. Well, home country track. Not sure if he's from Tuscany, but you know what I mean. Let's just label him, everywhere in Italy. Don't know if he's done his hot lap yet, so might not have enough time. Unless it does count his final lap. He'll have enough time to start the actual lap. That's what it looks like for Matteo Minelli as he begins that run down the 1.14 kilometre straightaway. He's locked in a 1.56.894. So got himself up into 6th place. 3rd row starting grid. That's not a bad effort, Matteo. Nice work. Where's my camera's gone? That is the 666 Sam Tucker using the Caterpillar Ford machine. Ivan Falcone's still out there as well. As we get to the final minute of practice, qualifying before we get to our first of two 30-minute rounds. Stretch your legs, guys and girls. Get a drink. Get yourself comfy. We've got some racing coming your way. 2 30-minute battles here at Tuscany, Italy. I've already forgotten how to refer to this track in English. The International Raceway of Mugello. Should I attempt it? It's the Autodromo International. Nope. International Raceway of Mugello is what I'm going to say. Sorry about that, a little bit of a coughing fit there as we get to our first grid of the night. It's going to be Stephen Varga and Nathan Tapp on that front row. Ivan Falcone and Sam Tucker are on that second row. Let me get to that camera. There we go. Rob Chandler and Matteo Minelli, 3rd row. Anthony Hagen, Newhouse Cirilla on that 4th row. 5th row is Jacob Smith and Ben Mead. 6th row is going to be Wayne Rogers and Wade Georgeson. And then on that 7th and final row, David Jansen. Hayden asks on the YouTubes, what was your thoughts on the top 10 that was made? Oh, that was really good. Yeah, that's right. I was going to steal that, wasn't I? I hadn't got around to that. Where's Wodo? There he is there. And that's the points for the current V8 Supercars, isn't it, Hayden? Just before I go anywhere with that. That's for V8s, isn't it? Not the GT3s. this. All right, let me get that up just while we're getting this first lap underway. Then let's just get it on our screens. Then save it. But we are off and racing. But why the camera's being all? Oh, that's right. It's on static cam. Stephen Varga, Ivan Falcone, Ethan Tapp, Sam Tucker, Rob Chandler, Matteo Minelli, Anthony Haig, Ben Mead, Hasarilla, Wayne Rogers, Jacob Smith, Wade Georgeson, and David Jansen get this battle underway. I'm just trying to... image. There we go. Boys over at 104, Hayden came up with a great image source. A great image for the current points battle. The V8 Supercars. It's a little big. Let me try and resize that. Get that on the middle of the screen there. It's a bit. It looks a bit stretched, sorry if it is, but Kelvinder Singh, our current points leader with 237 points. Matteo Minelli is in second with 208, 205 is 104 Majors Motorsports Jackson Sufong. His teammate Hayden Watson in fourth place with 202 points. Rob Chandler with 168 in fifth place. Sixth place Wayne Rogers in 162. Seventh is Jacob Smith with 156. Tied for eighth, Hasarilla 141 and Anthony Haig 141. And back there in 10th is Cliff Potter with 135. So thank you so much for that, boys, as we come through and complete our first of, I don't know how many laps. It's going to be hard to tell. Get this back over to this screen. So yeah, this is the third round. Those are the points as of the prior Phillip Island round. Let's jump around the track a little bit and check out some of these battles that are going on. There's been a few single positional passes. No big charges yet, though. Sam Tucker, Ivan Falcone and Rob Chandler had a good battle for third, fourth, and fifth. You can see them on our screens right now. Actually, that's Nathan Tapp, Sam Tucker, and Ivan Falcone. We can see Rob Chandler just there, back a little bit further. Jizza, thank you for jumping in on the Twitch side of things. This is the 420 Austin Racing League. Sunday nights we have the V8 Supercars and Gen 3 versions racing all around the world. Tonight we're in Tuscany, Italy, for the Mugello round of racing at the International Raceway of Mugello here. Can't say the Italian version, not that good. 48 of Matteo Minelli in the pits. Not sure what happened there. Let's scan my telemetry. I'm sure I did see him on the track. I can see him passing a driver. And he jumped to the pits. Not sure why he's jumped to the pits, but whatever's caused that for Matteo, hopefully he gets that one sorted out. We're up for two main events here tonight, both 30 minutes in length. It says 20 laps. Ignore that. We won't make 20 laps in the 30 minutes time, maybe about 15. Cars all have about 35% fuel, so depending on how fast they run these cars, accelerator wise, how much clutch they use, they will need to pit at least once in this 30-minute window. Usually around the 18 to 22 minute mark will be the ideal portion for that time. There's our home field. We'll get two home field advantage drivers. We've got Ivan Falcone and Matteo Minelli. Matteo Minelli in the pits right now. So Ivan Falcone, the lone Italian on the track. This isn't Australian League, but we do have international drivers. even New Zealand. Hey, Ben. Stephen Barger, our race leader. He's in a Chev. Then it is a run of Fords. Nathan Tapp, Sam Tucker, Ivan Falcone, and Rob Chandler. And it was another Chev, but Juha Cirilla's Ford gets past Wayne Rogers. He's a Chev. He moves up into 6th. Wayne back to 7th. And it's Jacob Smith in a Ford. Anthony Haig in a Chev. Wade Georgeson in a Ford. And then a run of Chevys. David Jansen, Ben Mead, Matteo Minelli still in the pits 2 laps down. Does Rob have a new livery? Yeah, I think he does actually. Rob Chandler. He's gone from the Shell here, still Shell, but just not the V Power. Where am I going? Over here. So yeah, that is Robert Chandler's new beast right there. And then of course there's the other McPherson Racing, McPherson Contractors car. McPherson's Machines beast. There is a 2-car team-based system going on in the comp as well. I believe, is it combined points for the teams? All these cars look great. I love them. Some of the, like when I first came in, some of the throwbacks took me back to when I was a kid watching Super V8 Supercars with my stepdad. Like a lot of the Dickie Johnson, Peter Brock stuff and all of that. But no, the painters on this game in this sim are great. The wrap guys. I've done one wrap myself. That's where I rebuilt my dad's stock car. But it was just a bit of sign writing painted on it. Like it wasn't that hard to replicate. It was just match the fonts. Some of the work the guys do with the shine and the cars look amazing. Five laps in on this 30-minute battle so far. Ram Jam, there's Cliff Potter. I noticed we were missing a name on the track there. Cliff Potter, Ram Jam in the YouTube chat. How you going, brother? 104 Motorsports liveries. Were made by Index Designs, our main sponsor. There you go, Index Designs. So we don't have any 104 Motorsports cars to show you tonight, unfortunately. If you go back and look at any of our past 420 Austin broadcasts, check them out. And if you like what you see there, look up Index Designs. And that's a very good question, Hayden. Why are you not out on the track, Ram Jam? Almost a third of the way into this first of 2 main events here tonight. Will be our first 30-minute battle. Then they'll have a 5-minute warm-up session or 5-minute break, and then back out to run out the final 30-minute run. On holidays. Oh, nice, my man, nice. I don't have holidays until, well, I mean, technically I'm always on holidays, so I don't exactly work, but I don't have any fun sort of thing away or anything that I have to not book broadcasting-wise until October. I'll be heading to Melbourne for PAX. So if anyone does plan on going to PAX in Melbourne, the gaming convention, then I will be there. BobbethTV will be present and accounted for. looking forward to meeting everyone that I know in the gaming scene. Catching up with people I know, things like that, rather. That's the 666 right there. Sam Tucker, Nathan Tapp just ahead of him. Ivan Falcone behind them. Have a look at the telemetry. There hasn't been much in the way of battles this last lap. Onto the 6th lap now. Let's have a look at potentially some of the more dicier sides of racing here at Mugello. Switch over to our crash cam to see if catch any potential issues that arise. Sam Tucker using as much of that track as he possibly can. Second place in front of him, fourth behind him. Sam Tucker and Ivan Falcone, they're battling it out down the straightaway. They're going to start on lap 7. Looks like Sam might have the speed down that straightaway. See behind him there, Rob Chandler. I was going to say, yeah, back behind them a little bit. Juha Cirilla, Wayne Rogers, Jacob Smith, Anthony Haig. That looks like Wade Georgeson coming along as well. Juha Cirilla. He's just outside the top 5. Dealing with Wayne Rogers in the 13 machine behind him. One of our other international drivers out of Finland. Looks like I was going to say, looks like whatever kept Matteo Manelli in the pits is sorted, but no, he has retired. He's out. We'll lock in the 13th position and make this a 12-car field for both this race and the 30-minute feature still to come. Hayden's going to go quickly eat some dinner. I'll be back. No worries, man. Enjoy. Well, this seems to be at the moment around lap 8 as we get to almost the halfway mark of this battle. But Sam Tucker, Ivan Falcone putting on a show here. Ivan is really not letting up. Could have come a little bit harder on the accelerator into that turn and later on brakes there. V8 Supercar staple move. I feel like Sam would have been expecting it, but thankful that it didn't come. Looks like we've got a couple of guys already heading into the pits for their mandatory stop. Yeah, I feel like this is about where I think wave calculations were wrong. We're seeing Juha and was another person. Wayne Rogers, he's already out. You have still in the pits. I did say about 15 or 16 laps, so it seems to be about on track for that. We had some more entering the pits, but not the case. Anthony Haig and who's that? Jacob Smith battling it out, but Jacob's going to head on in to the pits. Well, Anthony Haig to continue riding along in 6th. Wade Georgeson's going to move up in to 7th. Back over to Sam Tucker and Ivan Falcone's battle. Looks like Ivan might have him. No, Sam's on the left-hand turn here, so he'll be able to carry that, but Ivan's got the right hander. They are side by side. Sam is not giving up. This corner might decide it right here. It does. Sam gets a good run down through. Ivan falls back to 4th. Sam back up into 3rd. Think mandatory pit stop wise, I'm not sure a couple of these cars have the gaps they would like up in that top 5. Still got about 12 minutes remaining. His first of 2 races, got 8 laps to go. Rob Chandler coming out of pit exit, so good time to have a look and see who has been in and out of pits. Just Wayne Rogers, Jacob Smithy Australia, and of course Rob Chandler, Anthony Haig currently there. They'll be out of pit lane in just a moment. Oh, off the screen, there we go. Just got the yellow. So current top 5, Stephen Varga, Nathan Tapp, Sam Tucker, Ivan Falcone, and Wade Georgeson. The main battle in that top 5 has been Sam Tucker and Ivan Falcone. The battle we're seeing on our screens right now. Rob Chandler, Ben Mead, Wayne Rogers, Jacob Smith, and Anthony Haig over the 6 to 10. As we jump back to Jacob Smith, Anthony Haig just there behind him. There's Wayne Rogers. David Jansen in the pits. Juha Sarilla back out on the track. Battle almost a lap down in 12th. See if he can't race his way back into it. Tapp in the pits. Looks like Sam Tucker. Oh no, Nathan Tapp has retired. Not sure what's happened there, but was currently in 7th place. He's going to drop down the field now as he retires. I hope whatever's happened there isn't too serious, and best of luck next week. Wade Rogers in the blue car behind him, the Phantom Machine up in front, Jacob Smith. As they start lap 11, and less than a third of this race to go, 9 and a bit minutes. Well, not this race, but this first half of our hour-long race, 2 30-minute rounds tonight. Separated by a 5-minute break, warm-up in the middle. The 696, Mr. Stephen Varga. Let's go jump up, and I was going to say let's go jump up and do a lap with him, but he's just headed in to the pits. Ivan's got 20 seconds to break down before Stephen gets out if he wants to take that new race lead. I believe Ivan has been in the pits already. Let's have a quick look. No, he hasn't. Oh, Ivan. Oh, Ivan, you're not going to get enough lead, I don't believe, to put Stephen Varga behind you here. So this could be very interesting. We'll have to wait and see, but he's our current race leader. The Italian driver, Ivan Falcone. Terminelli, the other Italian driver, but retired earlier on lap 2. Sam Tucker and Rob Chandler 3rd and 4th. Sam Tucker had been battling Ivan Falcone, but Ivan obviously made his way further up the track there. Sam's going to make a beautiful inside move there. Quickly cut that car across the nose to get to the other inside portion of the corner there. He's going to lock in at 3rd place. Rob Chandler's going to fall back to 4th. The 868, yeah, 37 does not have enough of a lead to pit this lap and get out in time for Stephen Varga not to pass them. So this is going to be interesting. Riding along with Jacob Smith in the Fanta 21 machine. He has got the 360 Vodafone 3 of Anthony Haig behind him. Hey, Griff in the chat, Griff the Merciless. Sup, son? We're here with the 420 Oz Sim Racing Leagues V8 Supercars every Sunday night. Also Tuesday nights, the GT3 Challenge. Another 420 Oz Sim Racing Leagues competition. We're just coming up in the final 5 minutes of this first 30-minute round, 2 30-minute rounds here tonight. Stephen Varga has reclaimed the lead. Looks like Ivan Falcone falling victim to that very late pit stop. Sam Tucker's moved up into 2nd. Rob Chandler 3rd. Ivan back to 4th. also do that. Check out Griff on Twitch. Does a lot of streaming. Does a lot of co-op streaming myself and Buddy Shrubgod as well. Who's driving for Fanta? That is Jacob Smith, the man on our screens. If you look in the bottom left right now, that is that man right there. But yeah, check out Griff. He's a entertaining streamer. Very cool community that comes along as well. So you sort of get it all. Tell him fruit twist is better than orange. Nah, look, this is where, like, for me, only certain things, the name becomes the action. So, like Google, to Google something's to search, whereas, you know, you search it, you don't Yahoo it or Bing it. Whereas for me, Fanta is just an orange fizzy drink that is called Fanta. There's not flavors of Fanta, there's just Fanta. Fruit twist. No. Incorrect. That's right. You are incorrect. No, that's lazy. Opinions. I know, but that's my opinion. Jacob Smith got a good run out of that exit on the turn. He's not going to be challenged by Anthony Haig back there behind him as he makes that run onto lap 14. Only 3 and a bit minutes remain. That's what, 2 laps. Basically 2, maybe 3 laps remain as the Vodafone and the Fan machines are side by side around that hairpin. Going to come up on a left-hander. That's going to bring them into the right-hander. Very competitive turns through here because you can late brake and try and challenge and get that car on the inside of the turn. You do pretty well. Braden, look, don't forget about Grape Fanta, says Braden in YouTube. Don't provoke him, mate, please. And yeah, look, my partner, Mrs. BobbethTV, she loves her grape drinks. So Grape Fanta, I am aware of, and no, I still, you know, for me, as I say, no. Shut up. Grape is also up there in the top. If it was more available in the UK, it'd be my main one. See, I don't know, grape flavored stuff for me, like, it reminds me of like old Hubba Bubba chewing gum, and that's just a flavor that it's kind of like one of those things where you taste something, it's well, that's nice, but then too much of that same taste is just like, I don't know, it just leaves a weird aftertaste, or it's a bit overbearing. That's what grapes like for me. It's too sticky. That's I need to switch to another. What other cars have we got? Have we got anything that's nice drink? Oh, Nathan Tapp is back in the race. So whatever caused him to have to exit, the Metal Militia Beast is back. He's 4 laps down, but he is at least here for one more round of 30-minute racing. Then we've got David Jansen, sorry. In 11th, Juha Cirilla. He is in 10th. As he comes onto our screens there. Let's get to the other camera. It's pretty easy to see which car is which. Yeah, if it's above 3 degrees, it's less good, but still great. Then we've got Ben Mead in 9th place. Can we get a little bit closer? There we go. Wade Georgeson currently running in 8th. Wayne Rogers up ahead of him in 7th. There's Anthony Haig in 6th. Our top 5 is Jacob Smith, that bloody Phantom machine. Ivan Falcone in 4th. We jump up to the Shell Helix 3rd place car of Rob Chandler. Sam Tucker is currently in 2nd, but our race leader and eventual winner, I would imagine, is going to be Stephen Varga. White flag lap, actually. Actually, let's... We'll stay with Stephen as he runs down the back hill, downhill climb, downhill run. Big drop in elevation as he comes down through the windy bits. Nice, easy right-hander sweeping. We'll bring him into that last little technical part of the track before he gets to the finish. Big right-hander hairpin into the S's. He will come. One last left-hander hairpin, and then it's all over. Rest assured, knowing the game plan works, he can just come out and repeat it. It's up to the rest of the guys to come up with a better one. Somehow conquer Stephen Varga here at Mugello. It's been a good race. Wish I was out there. Yeah, looks like a fun track. I say it every race. I say it every time I talk about it. I really do want to get off my butt and get my sim set up, and I should just do it, but I just never get to it. There we go. Stephen Varga takes out the first of two feature races here tonight. The B main goes to Mr. Stephen Varga. As we see out the rest of this race. Of course, it goes back to the Fanta car. There we go. Nathan Tapp in the pits again. The reason why he fell those 5 laps down, he had a storm hit and took out his internet connection. That might as well be his engine now, World. It's because you've been too busy playing Ark. No, I haven't. Play everything. I play lots of things. Alright, Sam Tucker, Ivan Falcone, Rob Chandler. They've all got the checkered flag. Here comes Jacob Smith, Anthony Haig, Wayne Rogers. I haven't set it up. Would have been good to have you with us racing the 6-hour Glen. Yeah, no, I don't know about that. Be excellent to each other, man. I haven't seen Bill and Ted in forever. However, pretty good, Brock. How you going, man? Or Bocker. Sorry, doxing him there. Good, brother. Good. Yeah, no, it's like, obviously that's a rule, bruv. Just be excellent to each other. If you can't do that, take the piss out of me at least. I can handle it. Looks like that concludes the first of our 2 30-minute races. Let's quickly get to the results as they get ready for their warm-up. 5-minute / break as we are here in Italy, Tuscany. No, you can't. All right. Matteo Manelli finished in 13th. Nathan Tapp, 12th. David Jansen in 11th. Juha Cirilla, 10th. McPherson Machines, Ben Mead in 9th. Wade Georgeson and Wade Rogers, 8th and 7th. Anthony Haig in 6th. Our top 5, Jacob Smith, Rob Chandler in 4th. Ivan Falcone in 3rd. Sam Tucker, 2nd. Stephen Varga for Quantum Peckies Racing is our winner. And will be our feature starter in the next race. And obviously, I believe the favourite, to take this round out tonight. Looks like no one's out on the track just yet. Do I have a pit lane? I do. Just waiting for the guys to get on the track so I can go for a quick break. All right, look, I'm just going to set the cams up so they're ready to go. And hopefully when the guys start rolling out, it picks them up. But yeah, stay tuned. 3 minutes until the second of two 30-minute battles gets underway. And I'll be back in just a moment. All right, just a minute or less than a minute to go before we finish our little 5-minute break / warm-up period. Get back to the 420 Oz Sim Racing League's V8 Supercars Gen 3 V8 Supercar action. Let me have a look. What do we got coming up? So, I believe Tuesday night, the next race, that'll be July 8th, 7 p.m. Snetterton Circuit. But next week, next Sunday night for the V8 Supercars, we're off to Portland International Raceway. That will be on July 13th. You know, I should book as a guest next week, Nigel Mansell. That would be good. Start getting like celebrity guests on and stuff. So if anyone knows Nigel Mansell, could get me in touch with him or any someone other famous race car drivers, then yeah, let them know that I've got a spot and we can work something out. All right, the grid is going to sound awfully a lot like the results from the previous 30-minute battle, but they're not because I'm going to read them out differently. So on our front row, Stephen Varga and Sam Tucker. Second row is going to be Ivan Falcone and Robert Chandler. Third row, Jacob Smith and Anthony Haig. Wayne Rogers and Wade Georgeson on that fourth row. Fifth row is going to be Juha Srila and Ben Mead. Then it's going to be David Jansen and Nathan Tapp. I believe Matteo Manelli has retired, so he won't be on that seventh row. No, he hasn't, but I don't believe that Ben Mead is on the track either. Yes. Excuse me. The 104 Motorsports, of course, unfortunately missing out the next two V8 Supercar. But there has been a big crash. Yuha Sarila. Let's just go back and see what happened there. Oh, look, there was a bit of a breakage by the Vodafone machine, and that caused the gap to be closed awfully quick. And yes, really no choice but to slam in to the rear. Looks like Yuha has packed it in already. So that's 3 cars that did not get the first lap in here tonight. Matteo Manelli, Ben Mead, Yuha Sarila, unfortunately all have retired. We've just got 10 cars in this final 30-minute battle. Can Stephen Varga hold on and claim an outright victory? It's, of course, the 420 Oz Sim Racing Leagues V8 Supercars. Another big crash. Looks like the Vodafone also caused, they've also been caught up in that one. The Vodafone machine, Anthony Haig. Not the Finn, says Griff. Yeah, not the Finn. Everyone's favourite Finnish, everyone's favourite Swedish Finnish driver. Or the Swedes' favourite Finnish driver. I can't remember what I originally said. A few crashes here. Nathan Tapp, Anthony Haig. In the early battles. Sam Tucker, Ivan Falcone just under a second behind him. Just a second and a half in front of him is the race leader, Stephen Varga. Griff, I was thinking recently, actually, you Shrubs and I should go to Finland for a couple of years and get Finnish driving licenses. Sounds like a good idea. I'm definitely not against it. I'm not going to say no. I feel like that is something we should do. Just rediscover ourselves in Finland. Do they do eugenics in Finland, or is it just Sweden? Have you seen what they have to do? Oh, wait, is that like, no. I feel like it's going to be bad now. I felt like you made it sound like an appealing, fun thing to do, and now it's going to be like, well, actually, Bob, they dump you in the wilderness with a car and no snow tires, and you have to get home. Alright, that is obviously going to be, when you see it, you'll understand why Finland has the most pro racing drivers per capita in the world. Alright, well, I'm off for the racing week for KHR this week, so I don't have to get up early. They're off for 4th of July week. So I guess some rematch after this. We'll have to look at it. Barely a 6 of the way into this last of 2 30-minute races here at Tuscany, Spain. I forget where we're at. We're at the International Raceway of Mugello. Mugello. My Ford or a Holden man, Bob? Brock asks in Twitch. I'm a Holden man personally in terms of cars. Like I prefer it. Well, depends. I'll say my official answer generally is I'm a Holden man, but whenever I like my favorite drivers are all Ford drivers, and some of my favorite cars I had were Fords, my XP panel van. But no, I'm a Holden guy. I'm a Holden guy. Might have to be able to get your knock in. Can't promise anything. What's your knock? Oh, your knock. Okay, yeah. He's on a weird thing where he's just playing a random game a day or something. Every time I see him pop up on my Steam friends list, it's just like he's XYZ is playing random game 42, 47. Definitely experiences things. Lap 4 of 20 on the board, not 20 Bob, about 16, 17, maximum of 20, but you won't see 20 laps raced in 30 minutes here. It's just not doable. No, that'd be cool if you could. We're talking yonkers. That bloody Phantom machine is getting all the camera time tonight. Not a lot has happened telemetry-wise. Back on lap 3, we had Nathan Tapp move up from 7th to 5th, passing Wayne Rogers and Jacob Smith. Lollius Maximus from Twitch. Beg to differ on Finnish driving license excellence. I live in Finland in the middle of teaching my son. What are the requirements for teacher? Don't have too many rickets. That's it. Is rickets tickets? Don't have too many tickets. So just basically don't be a fool while you're learning and you're good. Because that sounds alright. Barger just starting at lap 5, 7 and 8 minutes in to this 30-minute battle. Is it true you have to spend so many hours on the skid pan and things though? See, that's sort of the opposite down here. Like we have a scale. We have so the Tasmanian Police Department's police academy, where the police they actually go and train. It's actually like just bottom of my suburb. Like it's pretty close to where I live. And they have a skid pan, obviously, for training and stuff down there. And that's all the bogans that do burnouts in my suburb are all like, we just want access, give us access to the skid pan. And it's like, I feel like none of them would pass any sort of serious defensive driving sort of course where it involves like skidding and not crashing and stuff. One or 2 hours, that's it. But even that, oh my gosh. Is it like, that's 1 to 2 more hours a week? Yeah, exactly, where's the league at? Is it in Finland, is it like do you have to, on like say, so in Australia we have a learner's permit and you have to have someone who's on a full license basically beside you in the car with you, whereas like in America, you get your driver's permit, and it seems like they can drive from like 7 in the morning to 7 at night, but like you don't need someone in the car with you, but there's certain restrictions, things like that. Are there any restrictions in Finland? Where like with you teaching your son, do you always have to be in the car, or can he nip down to the shop for you and things like that? We just for 3 for 6. Yeah. That's the other thing. That's the other thing is the conditions. You're probably used to those conditions. To us, they're extreme. Whereas to you, it's like, you know, I walked to school 5 kilometers in the snow type of thing. Over a third of the way into the second of two 30-minute battles here in Mugello, Spain. Stephen Varga currently leading it for a second time. Here's our second place driver right now, Sam Tucker. Just see Falcone back there behind him in third. I just realised one of my relatives hadn't been updating. Not a lot had happened. Looks like Wayne Rogers has entered the pits. Might have been a bit early, I think, unless there's plenty of fuel and it's just that mandatory stop, then in which case it will be fine. I'm responsible for everything that happens with the car. Well, teaching my son, so no solo driving until he has passed required licenses. Okay, yeah, so basically the same as us in Australia, and I guess the UK as well. Well, we see one of those drivers, Ivan Falcone, going head along into the pits, getting that one out of the way. He went a lot later in that last race, so I feel like he's gone, nah, you know what? I'm getting that one out of the way now. That's going to take Rob Chandler up into third, Nathan Tapp fourth. Jacob Smith will take that top 5 spot. Yeah, obviously bikes, you can ride solos. Bikes are more restricted by engine type. Don't think you can ride anything faster than a higher than like a 250cc engine on your rails in Australia. I always loved riding bikes, but just too paranoid on the open road. That's too dangerous for me, let alone for anyone else. 125s, yeah. So I used to have a little 110cc postie bike, Postman's road bike. As a young bloke, I loved that. I used to get around on that everywhere. It was so much fun. Like just around the neighbourhood and check out your mate's place and stuff on it. And bust around down the back alleys and the back bush parts of the suburb. Minute and a half till the halfway mark of this 30-minute battle. Stephen Varga, Sam Tucker, Robert Chandler, Nathan Tapp, and Jacob Smith, the 5. Wade Georgeson, David Jansen, Anthony Haig, Ivan Falcone, and Wayne Rogers, the 6 to 10. Only 10 cars remain. Yu Hasarilla, Ben Mead, Matteo Minelli no longer in this battle. We haven't done a lap ride along yet. Who's coming up for a lap? David Jansen, you are a lucky recipient. Let's jump in the cockpit and ride along and do a lap. The Chevrolet driver out of Australia, David Jansen. I'll be back in just one moment, folks. Oh, that's awesome, Hayden. Appreciate that, man. David Jansen coming through the first of 2 hairpins before the end of lap 8. Started lap 9 for him. It is a 1.14 kilometres straight away. That is long. Good safe exit out. He's going to be able to put that foot down and absolutely floor it. See one of those cars coming out of the pits there. Sam Tucker. Join him in battle with Ivan Falcone and David Jansen here. It's about halfway, but it's actually just 13 minutes remain. We're about 55% into this race. Let's see, has anyone hit the pits yet? And if so, who? Sam Tucker and Ivan Falcone. So watch those two. They're at 5th and 6th. They're in good positions there, actually. Jacob Smith, Wayne Rogers, Anthony Haig as well. All been to the pits. Then Rob Chandler there. The other car's going to let him on by. That is, I believe, it's 32 of Nathan Taps. Hard to tell. Might be it is. No, it is. It's the 32 of Nathan Tap. Rob Chandler's going to move up in the second. Nathan Tap back to third. So David Jansen's entered the pits. Wade Georgeson has left and hit pit exit. So he'll be back out on the track soon. Only a couple of cars remaining that haven't been in the pits yet. That is basically our top 3. Stephen Varga, Rob Chandler, and Nathan Tap. Lap 11 is the lead lap. About a third of this race to go. There goes Rob Chandler into the pits. Nathan Tapp and Stephen Varga, the last 2 to go in. This could be a good move for Rob Chandler right here. Stephen Varga and Nathan Tapp will have at least this lap to finish before they can entertain the idea of going in the pits. And Rob get in and out in time. There he is there, the bottom left of the screen. And this man on our screen, Sam Tucker, turned a 30-second deficit. into a lead run with a pit stop needed for 1 and 2 ahead of him. Nathan Tapp, though, 10 spots up in the second spot. The official hard charges basically 3 spots. Anthony Haig, 6th and 9th. The 868's going in to the pit. Sam Tucker is making his run up into the final section, so I feel like Stephen's going to get out in time. Nathan Tapp, are you going to go into the pits? He's coming into the final hairpin for the straightaway as well. You see the 32 on the track map. 868 still in the pits. That's Stephen Varga, our race leader. Nathan Tapp has officially entered the pits as well. Sam Tucker's coming into that final hairpin. Stephen Varga's on the move. That straightaway. Can he get that speed up in time? Will Sam be able to carry that 666 power machine through? About a 15-second lead, Stephen Varga over Sam Tucker, but that is dropping pretty quickly. He's bottoming out, though, around that 15-second mark. I don't know if Sam's going to be able to close that particular gap. There's Rob Chandler in the pits. Close positional battle going on right now. We can see on the screen Sam Tucker and Ivan Falcone, 2nd and 3rd. You have the 420 Austin Racing League's Gen3 V8 Supercars. International Raceway of Mugello. Sole Italian left in the race, Ivan Falcone there. Just while we have a little bit of not a lull in the racing, but a moment. Let's just go back and revisit the current V8 Supercar championship points. Current top 10 just before this race, or prior to the results of this race. So there you can see Cliff Potter, he's in 10th spot with 135 points. Anthony Haig in 141 points in 9th. Juha Cirillo also 141 points in 8th. 7th place is Jacob Smith with 156 points. 6th is Wayne Rogers, 162. Our top 5, 5th place, Robert Chandler with 168 points. Hayden Watson, 202 points in 4th, teammate to Hayden Jackson. Su Fong, 205 points in 3rd. Matteo Minelli, 208 points in 2nd. And Kelvinder Singh, 237. We know the whole top 5 is, with the exception of Rob Chandler, that top 5 not in this race. So a lot of quality points up for grabs here this evening. We thank 104 Motorsports for those results. go through the remaining cars actually in this race. This one, good camera for it actually. That one. All right, in 10th place, David Jansen. Currently 9th is Rob Chandler. Anthony Haig in 8th. And we move up to Wade Georgeson here in 7th. Wayne Rogers just ahead of him in 6th place there. Jacob Smith in 5th. Currently in 4th, but heading on into the pits is Nathan Tapp. 3rd is Ivan Falcone. Sam Tucker, we can see him just there ahead of him in 2nd, but our current race leader, this man right here, Quantum Pecky's Racing. Stephen Varga is our race leader. Won the first 30-minute battle. Is looking extremely strong to take out the second round of this one here tonight as well. Much coming up on the last of these laps here. Is it a minute or 2 minutes? It's a minute. So no, maybe a lap, maybe 2 laps to go. Maybe the white flag lap still to come. Stephen Varga coming down, I believe, through the bottom part of the track there. That is, I believe, the 08 of David Jansen. Sorry, they're behind our race leader, Mr. Stephen Varga. No, that's Sam Tucker right there, Bob. That's a different group of cars, though. Ivan Falcone battling at 2nd and 3rd right behind him. Yeah, so I reckon, 16th, 17th lap will be the finish for this one. Fairly subdued battle. Looks like Nathan Tapp has got himself into the pits and retired in 10th. Point where he did go off the track just prior, so obviously not happy with how the car was performing and decided to call that race there. 9 cars still remain. Fastest lap so far, asks Brock in the chat. That's a good question, actually, Brock. The best lap out there this evening is a 1:54.31. let's get them up on the screen there. So yeah, 15431. So 1543114 by Stephen Varga there. We've got a 156301, but third placed Ivan Falcone is a little bit quicker with a 156210. A couple of 157s and 158s looks like in there as well. Going to jump up to Mr. Stephen Varga as he hits the final hairpin of the track. We'll hit the straightaway here. Well, a little bit quicker than you'd normally do during a race, but it is the last lap, so if we come out a little bit slidey there as he gets the checkered flag, and will officially take out victory here tonight for the 420 Aussim Racing League's Gen 3 V8 Supercars. We're at the International Raceway of Mugello, and it has been the house that Mr. Stephen Varga has built. Sam Tucker's going to lock in at that second place there. That's where he started. That's where he's going to finish. Same with Ivan Falcone. Jacob Smith's going to get himself up a spot from his fifth place start to likely finish fourth here. As we see out the rest of this battle. Cars across the line here. Robert Chandler, there we go. Racing is done. Our time in Tuscany, Italy is over. Let's get some results up on our screen. There we go, officially scoring a 13th. Matteo Manelli, Ben Mead finishing in 12th. Juha Sorella in 11th. 10th, Nathan Tapp. 9th, David Jansen. Rob Chandler in 8th. Anthony Haig took out 7th spot. Wade Georgeson 6th. 5th was Wayne Rogers. Jacob Smith 4th. Ivan Falcone finished 3rd. Sam Tucker 2nd. But our overall winner and winner of both rounds here tonight, Stephen Varga, congratulations, getting the job done. Yeah, like I said earlier tonight, if you tuned in earlier, the Knuckleheads iRacing League, they're an American league. It's July 4th of July week in America, so they're taking the week off to spend time with their friends and family, celebrate, do all that sort of stuff, not have to worry about racing at the end of the weekend, etc. So none of that this week. Next up on the broadcast schedule will be the 420 Aussim Racing League's return on Tuesday night. So it'll be with the GT3 Challenge. About 13 different cars ranging from AMGs to BMWs to Porsches to Ferraris to Audis. Pretty much a lot of different road racing going on. So come and check us out as we finish up with Stephen Varga and his celebratory burnout. How are we on the we've got a few viewers here tonight. We've got a few on Twitch, so look, we can't rate out obviously with everybody, unfortunately. So if you do want to jump over to twitch.tv/BobbethTV quickly, you can come on this little journey with us. But let's find someone. Don't see any iRacing. Who do I know that is streaming? Some stuff that's really not that exciting. All right, look, I'll give you as a disclaimer. We're going to raid my friend Twisted Cloud. She is playing Autopsy Simulator. So if you are squeamish or you don't like that sort of stuff, then obviously feel free. You don't have to come along for this raid. But she plays a lot of stuff. She does a lot of various games, but also WWE 2K25, where if you sub, you can get a wrestler created and then compete for titles and challenges, championships and stuff. It's a lot of fun. It's really good. Myself, Griff, Shrubgod, Spooky. There's a bunch of us that have all got characters. So yeah, let's go check out Autopsy Simulator. And thanks for tuning in. We'll see you all again at Tuesday night. Appreciate you all for coming out. Does that raid work? What the hell? Why didn't that work? There we go. All right, thanks for coming out, guys. Appreciate you all. Love you. Thank you for watching. Thanks for Brock, Hayden, Griff, Lolius Maximus, Hell Reaper, who else, for coming out. Thank you so much. Bye.